friends, welcome back to Reseller Rowboat. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I list appliance parts to sell on eBay from start to finish. In this particular video, I'm going to be concentrating on listing a West Bend iced tea maker, and I paid $4.75 for the entire machine at a regular Goodwill, so let's get started. I have 4 machines on my table at this time. And this next one right here, that's the West Bend iced tea maker that I'm going to be parting out. I just usually do 3 or 4 machines at one time simply for the fact that I don't want to get the parts mixed up and it can get kind of confusing. The first thing I do is remove all the tape and stickers from the machines themselves. I don't have to worry about removing tape from the parts that I'm not going to sell, so that makes it really easy. I do have arthritis, so I do put in my listings that there will be some tape residue left on the parts. I've never had any complaints. Alright, this is the machine that I'm going to part out in this video. First I take a picture of the entire machine, and then the bottom which shows the label number, and then I lay all of the parts out on the table so I can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts to part out. Then I'm going to put all of the pieces that I can into the dishwasher, and I have just mix it in with my regular dishes, make them nice and clean. Got to be very careful with the glass pieces. Alright, next I'm going to be taking photos of each part, and I'm going to do it from all 4 sides, from the top and from the bottom, so that the customer knows exactly what they're getting. I did take a few pictures of these 2 filters together in case I wanted to sell them as a lot, but after doing further research I realized that they would sell for more money if I sold them separately. Alright, now I'm going to go over my research process. I currently use Terapeak to research what things have sold for in the last 365 days, used and also fixed price. I'm not interested in seeing what things have sold at on auction, and I can see here that this iced tea maker has sold for up to $46 plus shipping. So now what you're seeing is I'm going to look up the infusion tube, because that's one of the parts that I'm going to be listing, and I want to see how much it is sold for. You can look on Terapeak and see that it hasn't sold at all in the last 365 days. So I'm going to copy and paste that and just do a search on eBay to see what it's currently selling for. And again, when I look, I see that it is not even being listed on eBay, so I have the market there for it. I'm going to go ahead and list the tube for $19.99, and now I'm looking for the cover, and again it has not sold in the last 365 days, and it's not listed anywhere on eBay when I do a search for it. So I've decided to price the cover at $15.99. Again, my items are always 20% off on sale, and I do have best offer. And I'm also noticing that the picture itself has not sold on eBay in 365 days, nor is it listed, so I'm going to list the picture at $29.99. Now we're going to get into the listing process. And the first item that I'm going to list is going to be the picture itself. So I'm just going to type in the brand first. This does not have a model number, which kind of creates a problem, but it's a 2.75 quart iced tea maker. And so I am going to have to do some measurements on this one, unfortunately. Normally, I do not include measurements in the listing because even though something measures the same as a part from your machine, if you do not have this exact model number, it may not fit due to curvatures and things of that nature. So I'm just going to go ahead, I put the date in my SKU, and then I look up the brand name, which is West Bend. Alright, you can see there it says to check the machine model number, and we do not give measurements. But again, I've decided to take that part out just for this machine only because it does not have a model number. Alright, now I'm going to fill in my template with the name of the machine. It says that this part is coming from a working West Bend iced tea maker. Put it in two different places, and all I have to do is change the date. On this one, you'll see that I forgot to take out the measurement part. I am going to have to go back later and fix that in the video you'll see. So I have all of my parts in folders by name and model number. I'm just going to go ahead and put my photo right now of my picture. 6 photos, I believe. And while those are loading, I'm just going to go ahead and do something with my time. So I go down and start filling in item specifics. This is a picture. It's clear. West Bend is the brand, and I went ahead and put capacity on this one. Compatible with West Bend only. Okay, I skipped the material because I didn't have the picture with me at that time. Alright, now I'm going to go down and put the price will be $29.99. And I know it's going to be priority shipping. Then I'm going to go back into the kitchen where I took the photo and determine whether it's plastic or glass, and weigh it so that I can put the weight. Alright, I did determine that it's glass. And then it looks like with packing, boxes, and all the materials, it's going to be 2 to 3 pounds. And I'm just going to do, I don't do promoted listings on my parts. And then I just do a preview here. Alright, the last thing that I do before I hit list is I make a label using my Dymo label. So I just do a copy and paste, go to my labels, I go ahead and put my date at the top, so I make sure I'm getting the correct part. That way if I have several that look the same, I can tell. And I put it in bold, I center it, and then I'll have my labels ready for all the rest of the labels for the day. Print that out, and that goes nicely taped on the part. I have vision issues, so blowing it up really helps for me. And this is what it's going to look like after it's listed, and I'll put it away in my West Bend area. Alright, now I want to sell the tube, so I'm just going to hit create similar. Don't have to do very much now. All I have to do is replace the picture information with the infusion tube information. And just go down and delete those photos and add the photos of the tube, which should already pull right up. There it is. While that's loading, I'll go down and switch that picture to tube. It is clear, but it is plastic and not glass. This is extremely lightweight, so I'll need to, there's my price. My price is $19.99. I will need to switch my shipping costs because it's going to go first class, and I charge $5.99 for first class and $7.99 for priority on a pound or less. Again, there will be no promoted listings on this item. I find that most people know what they want when they're looking for a part, so there's no reason that I need to promote it. And there's going to be my preview coming up on the screen. And this is when I realized that I had that clause in there about we don't give measurements. So I went ahead and measured the tube 8 inches long and took that part out. And I am going to go back in a few minutes and change the picture to look the same. Love copying and pasting. So easy. Okay, I think everything looks about right now. Going to go ahead and preview it one more time. Sometimes the price doesn't change. It probably says $29.99 from the picture, but it really is $17.99. It just doesn't change in the preview. Always go back and check and make sure that it did change once you have made your listing. Okay, I printed my label. That's what it looks like, and that's what it looks like packaged up, ready to go on the shelf. So, like I said, I did go back to the picture because I realized I left that blurb in there. So I went back and instead I just took that out and put the actual size of the picture, the capacity, just so there's no confusion about which part they are getting. Don't want any returns, especially on an item this large. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up. Until next time, may God keep you in his pocket and paddle on.